Hey, Kirsty.
OMG! Look what the cat dragged in. To what do I owe the pleasure?
Has it arrived?
Has what arrived?
Our artistic masterpiece. Our beautiful wedding invitation. We put all our effort into making it. I personally went through every detail to iron out every minor imperfection. It had to be perfect for our big day. Please take your time to admire our masterpiece.
Oh, that! Yes, it has arrived.
Well, I must admit that we went through a lot of trouble to get it to you. You will be coming to our wedding, right? It's the wedding of the decade. Everyone will be there.
I've circled the absence on the invitation and sent it back to you. I put it in the mailbox this morning, so I'm pretty sure that it will arrive by the day after tomorrow. I only had a second-class stamp spare.
You aren't coming? Why?
Why? Don't steal my line. I'll throw it straight back to you. Why? Did you even bother sending me your wedding invitation? In fact, why are you being so insensitive?
Duh, isn't it obvious? We want a big wedding with everyone celebrating our important and special day. That's why, you dork.
Is that the only reason you invited me? And don't call me a dork. You forewent that privilege 6 months ago when you dumped me. What idiot in his right mind invites his ex-girlfriend to his wedding?
God, don't bring that up again. That was all in the past. A lot of water has passed under the bridge. I am so over it.
The past?
We were all good friends at college, weren't we? That's why we both want you to attend our wedding. Why won't you come?
Do I need to spell it out to you? The past informs the present, Sheldon. For someone so intent on paying attention to details, you appear to have overlooked one major one. You cheated on me! With her! The girl you are about to marry. And moreover, she was supposed to be my best friend. Sheldon, you and I were dating. Remember? And your lovely fiancé, your fawning bride-to-be, went behind my back and totally stole my boyfriend from me. Why would I even consider going to your wedding? I still can't forgive what you guys did to me, and I don't even want to see your damn faces. I can't see you in the same way as I did before. Why would I want to go to my ex-boyfriend on my ex-best friend's wedding when you guys cheated on me? Please leave me alone.
Please, Christy, you don't have to be so bitter about it. Let's forgive and forget. You and I were dating all through high school, and you were best friends with Michelle since college. It's time to bury the hatchet. Come on, we've all known each other for a long time. Let's just hope for both of our happiness, and that will solve all of this. You know what John Lennon said. Give peace a chance. Love and peace.
Then why didn't you just break up with me and then start dating Michelle? You don't actually have any sense of morals or any feelings of kindness.
Well, a lot was going on. You know, love is complicated.
Don't me. It's not that complicated. It would have been completely different if you had just broken up with me and then started dating Michelle. You guys are the ones that made it this complicated and messed everything up.
You know, we did think about you and how you would feel. That's why we didn't take our relationship that seriously at the beginning.
Oh, that is very considerate of you both. And it became a serious relationship in the end, didn't it? But what a questionable base to build a relationship on. Whether you were serious or not, if you were really thinking about me and how I would feel, you shouldn't have cheated on me from the start. You should have finished with me first.
Well, all that is over now. Everything is settled. Please come to our wedding. We're friends, aren't we? We're gonna go and make the bridal bouquet tomorrow. Michelle is so excited about it and says she's going to toss the bouquet to you.
You are such a fool. It's only you guys who think that it is over. I told you that I still haven't forgiven you for what you did to me. I was the last person to know. You made me look a fool in front of everyone.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. Come on, Christy, for old time's sake.
Haven't you been reading my messages? I am not going to your wedding, and I do not need a bouquet from you. Do you really think that I want to give a speech at your wedding? I do not wish your happiness. Why would I? Please don't ask again.
Okay, then, could you at least propose a toast to the reception? I will make sure that you are right in front of the mic.
Leave me alone! Kirsty, you can't be serious.
OMG, not you as well. I already told Sheldon I will not be attending.
What do you mean that you are not attending? It's going to be the wedding of the decade. Everyone will be there. You can be my maid of honor. You can't let me down. I was planning to make a pretty bouquet just for you. A lovely cascade of white orchids. I can't believe it.
I don't care about your lovely cascade of white orchids, Michelle. I'll say the same back to you. Michelle, you can't be serious. You stole my boyfriend and now you are inviting me to your wedding? I can't believe it. Have you forgotten what happened when we last spoke to each other?
Oh, now I get it. You still have feelings for him, don't you? I'm right, aren't I? Because it hasn't been that long since you guys broke up.
That's not the problem, Michelle. Any feelings I had for Sheldon have long since dissipated. I couldn't care less if he was marrying the Queen of Sheba. I would still not attend his wedding.
Oh, please, please, please come to our wedding. If you don't come, all my plans will just go down the drain.
What plans? I have no interest in any plans you may be hatching in your vindictive mind.
Oh, but Kirsty, I wanted to see you getting frustrated and jealous when I tie the knot with your childhood sweetheart.
What? Me? Jealous of you? I will never give you that pleasure.
You've always been better at everything than me since college, and I thought this could be my chance.
That is really messed up, Michelle. I think perhaps you need therapy.
I stood out more than you in college. I was even chosen as homecoming queen. I had the attention of a lot of the boys, but all the boys I liked were more interested in you.
I don't remember it like that.
You were so cocky, acting as if you were playing the lead role in High School Musical or American Pie. All the guys I liked wanted to date you. I didn't stand a chance against you. But you turned down every single one of them because you were with Sheldon. You've been with him since high school.
Wait a minute. Is that the reason you wanted to date Sheldon? Because you were jealous of me?
Yes! That's exactly why I stole him from you. The one you loved so much. I hated it when you got all the attention. Everyone used to say, "There goes Romeo and Juliet." You were like the perfect couple. Everyone said you'd be the first to marry. Nobody imagined you would ever split up. I am very satisfied now. But I would be even more satisfied and so much happier if I could see your pretty little jealous face at our wedding.
So, you're telling me that you only dated him and got engaged to him because in your own bitter and twisted way, you wanted to get back at me. And I thought you were my friend.
I have never considered us as friends. I only ever thought of you as my sidekick. You were a pawn in a bigger game of chess.
A pawn? You thought of me as a pawn?
I did it because you were so annoying. God, you get on my nerves.
I don't understand why you are saying all this now. Why are you being so mean?
Do you want to know the secret of how I became the cutest in college? I hung out with friends that were a little less pretty than me. I had to make sure they weren't too ugly, though. I didn't want to drive all the boys away. It's like the school caste system. You know, I hang out with the sidekicks, the kids who are a bit inferior to me. That way, I can show everyone that I am in a high caste. And since I am the cutest in the group, I also become a queen bee.
So you're telling me that you were with me the whole time and took the same lectures as me, just to make yourself look good?
so that I would be a good foil to you and make you stand out even more? You're correct! Thanks to you, I was the center of attention. But for some reason, all the guys chose you! Not me! You are not the only one from college I am inviting. Everyone will be there, including the guys who chose you over me. So your next mission, my little pawn, is to bite your lip with frustration and jealousy at the ceremony. Ha! Sorry I ran off to get married to your long-term boyfriend.
Michelle, for your information, I am now a married woman. I have no interest in your high school theatrics.
Married?
Yes, very happily married with a child.
With a kid? What a liar.
Just for your information. And it's not a lie.
It's obvious that you're lying. You and Sheldon just broke up like 6 months ago. You can't get married and have kids in just 6 months. Well, I guess I can understand you got married on the rebound from having your boyfriend stolen. But kids? Nobody's gonna believe a whopper like that.
My husband has a child from a previous marriage. His wife passed away after she had him, so it's his second marriage.
So, after Sheldon dumped you, in shock and desperation, you went off and married the first man you could find. An older man who already had a child? Were you that desperate?
I wasn't desperate. I got to know my husband and we fell in love. He introduced me to his little boy and then he asked me to marry him. I thought about it, but in the end, I just listened to my heart. That's what happens when you find the right person. Everything just clicks into place.
But you are still angry about us.
That is not the point. I told you many times that I can't forgive you guys for what happened in the past. But I'm not bothered about that anymore, to be honest. And I've moved on and found my own happiness.
So, marrying secondhand goods and bringing up another woman's child is what you consider happiness? You are such a loser. Or maybe you thought that you should marry before we do? That's so pathetic. And you married a guy that has a kid already so that you could have a kid before me? You are crazy.
You're the one that is crazy. Wake up! The world doesn't revolve around you. You might believe everyone thinks like you do, but let me tell you now, they don't. Life is not a race, Michelle. Chill.
Okay, I hear you. I don't know what kind of man you married, but you'll definitely not get the happiness you are looking for. You will suffer and live to regret that you married a widower with someone else's kid. I hope you don't burn yourself. I feel bad for you.
Are you always going to live your life like this? Pushing your ideas and values onto other people? Telling us what we should do and how we should think? I don't think you'll believe anything I say, but right now I'm very happy with the way my life has turned out.
OMG! I saw your husband! We'd just been to the florist for the wedding bouquets. He was coming out of Alinea on Halstead. That's a 3-star Michelin restaurant. The only one in Chicago.
Are you stalking us?
Did you really have dinner at Alinea? What business is he in? He must be loaded.
We are quite comfortable financially, thank you.
Wow, I'm kind of jealous. He's the polar opposite of Sheldon. Do you know, Sheldon told me he's not going to buy me an engagement ring. He said that I would be wearing a wedding ring anyway, so an engagement ring is unnecessary. I can't believe it.
Everyone has different values.
It's not fair. I really want a diamond engagement ring. Did your husband buy you an engagement ring?
Of course.
How much was it? Can you send me the picture?
Michelle, what are you plotting? You clearly told me last time we spoke that I'm not a friend of yours. Why should I send you a picture? Why would it even matter to you?
Just show me!
I have no intention of showing you. But yes, it does have a diamond.
Why do you always get all the good guys? What about your wedding ring? 24 karat?
Yes, I have a wedding ring, but it really is none of your business.
Kirsty, I have an idea.
Uh-oh. I have a bad feeling about this. I hope you are not going to suggest anything stupid.
Let's swap.
What, rings?
No! Husbands! I will let you have Sheldon back if you give me your husband.
OMG. You have completely lost it this time.
I am serious. Let's trade.
Only a few months ago, you were making fun of us. You told me how marrying him would not make me happy. And now what? Now you want to trade Sheldon with him? That's ridiculous.
Your husband is very good looking. And he bought you a diamond engagement ring, so he must be rich and generous with money, right?
I didn't think you'd be interested in a widower with a child. I'll bet you don't even like children.
I will worry about the child later. I think I can have a better life with him than I could with Sheldon. And it would be so satisfying to take something away from you and see you frustrated.
So basically, that is your real intention, isn't it? Sorry, but to expect me to agree to such a ridiculous thing as trading husbands? That is so stupid. You're insane.
Don't be so stingy. Just give me your husband. Don't you want to get back with your ex-boyfriend? Your childhood sweetheart?
I don't want to get involved with you guys, so don't even bother to ask me. You're engaged to my ex-boyfriend, who you stole from me, aren't you? You shouldn't be letting your eyes wander like this. Just accept Sheldon for who he is and get on with your wedding preparations.
Don't talk down at me!
Just giving you a little advice.
My wedding has been canceled! Sheldon called it off. He contacted the venue without even telling me. We are supposed to be getting married tomorrow. I can't believe he did that. Christy? I know you are reading this. Why aren't you answering my texts?
Your marriage is certain to end in divorce if you cheat on your husband. Better for him to find out now than after the ceremony. Isn't it quite obvious that he would cancel the wedding?
Wait, what?
What I mean is that it is obvious he wouldn't want to marry a woman who was going to be unfaithful to him. Especially one who is gadding about in a life of luxury with a bunch of rich guys while he is supporting her on his own income.
How would you know about that?
Which part? The part about cheating on him with the rich guys? Or the part about his marriage not lasting?
All of it! How do you know about it?
My husband is Sheldon's lawyer.
Sheldon's a lawyer? What do you mean? Sheldon doesn't have a lawyer.
He came to my husband's private law practice with his mom for a consultation. He came in asking for advice because he suspected his fiancée, that's you, was cheating on him. He said his relationship started out as an affair, so he could imagine you doing it to him. He wanted to know if he could sue you for the costs relating to breaking off the engagement. I wasn't there, but that's what my husband told me. The long and short of it.
Are you kidding me? That can't be true! You're joking, right? You're just saying random things just because I took him away from you, right?
I know it's not what you want to hear, but I'm just stating the facts. My husband is the lawyer in charge of Sheldon's case. I was very surprised by that. I didn't expect my ex to come to my husband's office.
So you're a lawyer's wife? That's why he could buy you a diamond engagement ring! Why do you always get men so easily? It's so unfair that you got married to a high-spec guy only 6 months after breaking up with Sheldon.
I haven't just met my husband, you know. I have known him for 3 years now. He was a business client of mine.
Business client?
You know that I was working in a real estate company, right? He visited us 3 years ago looking for premises to establish his own business, and I was responsible for that inquiry. We had a good business relationship, and I helped him quite a few times after that with real estate-related litigations. So I've basically known his 3-year-old child as well since he was a newborn baby.
3 years ago? So you were cheating on Sheldon when you were with him?
Why would you take it that way? It was a professional relationship. I wasn't cheating like you guys were. I had Sheldon, and he just lost his wife at the time. He was grieving, so it wasn't like he was looking for love or anything. Anyway, he had a newly born baby to look after and all the responsibilities of being a single parent. He was very busy raising him and also building his own office.
You're really saying that your husband is a lawyer? You're having a better marriage than me? And what do you mean by he's responsible for Sheldon's case?
So from now on, any communication regarding your marriage to Sheldon will be through my husband. You should know that by now.
I can't take all this in! To suddenly be told our wedding is canceled, and I have to pay for all the cancellation money? I can't get my head around it all. It's happening so quickly.
It's her own fault.
How did Sheldon find out?
Probably because you cheated on him before. He may have felt he couldn't trust you. He became suspicious and asked a detective to investigate to find out if you were really cheating on him. The lawyer told him he could sue you for the full amount and damages if it were true.
How do you know all this? It should all be confidential.
I am a paralegal.
What's a paralegal?
It's like a lawyer's assistant. I haven't passed the bar exam, but I am qualified to perform substantive legal work that requires knowledge of the law and procedures.
I thought you were in real estate.
I left when I got married. Now I work at my husband's private practice. My husband and I are both responsible for this case. Well, I only support him by preparing legal documents, doing research, and general admin.
How can this happen? You're on your ex-boyfriend's side?
I'm not on anyone's side. I'm just doing my job. Also, my husband is the one that took on this case, and I'm talking to you with the consent given by my husband and your partner. I'm going to end this conversation with you, though, so there is no conflict of interest.
Wait a minute! What am I going to do?
Well, he will be requesting the court for you to pay for emotional damage for cheating on him during the engagement period. That comes to $80,000. In addition to that, there is the wedding venue cancellation fee, which is $25,000. Also, you will be required to sign a pledge of a broken engagement and a no-contact order. Oh yes, he's also going to sue you for the cost of moving out of the apartment where you guys live together, too.
Are you kidding? That's gonna be $105,000. It's impossible to pay back that amount of money. And what do you mean by $80,000 for emotional damage? We are not even married. Where did you get that figure from? Did you pluck it out of thin air? That is actually ridiculous.
You cheated on Sheldon with 8 guys. Also, you don't have to be married to sue for emotional damage. Some lawyers are using the new term palimony.
So you're saying that I owe him $10,000 for each one?
Well, he can request as much as he wants. My husband will open negotiations with you forthwith. If it cannot be settled amicably, then it will go to court.
Court? Is it gonna be that serious?
I'm just saying it will go to court if it cannot be settled through negotiation. I'm sure that all of this was explained to you.
Kirsty, you are my friend, right? Please help me. You're a paralegal, right? You know all about law, don't you? Can't you figure all this out for me?
I thought we weren't friends. Wasn't I just your sidekick? Someone to make you look prettier?
No! You've been my best friend since college.
Well, too bad. You are not my friend anymore. I thought we were good friends when we were in college. But now, I don't know you anymore. I don't care about you. I don't care what happens to you.
Please don't say that. Please help me.
I will pass this conversation on to my husband now. Then I will block you and will delete your contact details. Goodbye.
Wait, don't go. I'll apologize to Sheldon. I'm sorry about what I said. I'm sorry. I am begging you. Please help me.
It's a pity you never had the opportunity to toss that bouquet. When they broke up, you would not imagine the terrible things Sheldon and Michelle said to each other. It was a lot worse than when Sheldon and I broke up. They struggled to see eye to eye on everything, and it was a high-octane emotional roller coaster ride all the way through for everyone involved. Since they were unable to settle their differences amicably, eventually the case went to court. It was clear to the judge that Michelle was living beyond her means. She was unable to pay Sheldon the full amount that he had sued her for. After a long drawn-out case, the judge ordered the palimony to be reduced to an amount she could afford, and that was just enough to make her suffer. Sheldon and Michelle's guest list had been long.
They both knew a lot of people from their high school and college days, and Michelle had wanted to show off to as many people as she could to continue her status as Queen Bee. They had sent wedding invitations out to hundreds of people, so they had to notify each and every one of them about the cancellation of the wedding of the decade. The story of their breakup spread quite quickly through their friendship circles and beyond via social media. The story of the promiscuous homecoming queen getting her just desserts made her the laughingstock of the World Wide Web. It seems that in the end, their capricious behavior led them both to lose friends, trust, and happiness. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please press the like button. And don't forget to leave a comment. See you next time.
My friends are coming over tomorrow. There better be snacks and drinks ready when they get here.
Oh, really? That's wonderful. I think this is the first time you brought friends over since you got into junior high, isn't it? Are you excited? You want to make a good impression.
Oh, I know. How about I bake some cookies? I'll make your favorites. No, wait. I'll bake a whole cake.
How does that sound? Your friends will definitely be impressed.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Just make sure that you have stuff ready for when they get here. I'd be so embarrassed if I have to remind you in front of them. That's why I'm giving you the heads up. Oh, one more thing. When I'm talking to them, just go along with whatever I say. Don't question it.
What do you mean?
I told them you're a living maid. So make sure you act like one. Don't worry, though. Just go along with whatever I say and they won't find out.
You told them I'm your living maid? Where is this coming from?
Don't worry about it. Just focus on not breaking character. I will literally die if you accidentally say you're my mom. I am not your daughter. Refer to me as Master Lily. Wow, that sounds even better than I thought it would.
Hold on a minute, Lily. What is going on? Why did you tell your friends I'm a maid? I'm not going to pretend I understand all these trends you kids keep coming up with, but calling your mom a maid is going a little too far.
Don't worry about it. I mean, after all, you're just a stay-at-home mom. How is that any different from a maid?
What did you say?
Like I said, your job is to live in the house and do the cooking, cleaning, and errands. We call that a maid. Anyway, the why isn't important. Just play your part and everything will be great, okay? Again, make sure, you sell the performance. Watch your language and attitude with me.
Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about anymore, and I am not okay with this. I don't mind being the cool mom, but I won't be degraded by my own daughter in my own house for some twisted game. When your friends come tomorrow, I shall be playing the part of your mother. If you don't like that, then don't bother having anyone over.
Stop! Seriously, Mom. You have no idea how hard things are for my generation. All my friends have these, super amazing lives, and if I don't even have a maid, they are going to pick me apart online. You have to be my maid. If not, my school life is over. Are you okay with that, Mom?
Well, since we're on the topic, let me ask. Just what kind of school life are you living?
Don't worry about it. All you have to know is at school I am the daughter of a single father, and you are our maid. Just go with it. You can't even act for a couple hours for your own daughter's sake?
Lily, what is going on? Are you in some kind of trouble at school? If you're getting picked on or something, just tell me. We'll work it out together.
Stop. Nothing is wrong. Oh my God, why are you like this? Just do what you're told already. If you really care so much about being my mom, then how about you act like it and do what I ask?
Hey, John? I know you're working, but do you have a minute? There's something I have to talk to you about. It's about Lily. It's kind of an emergency, so if you can make some time, it'd be great.
An emergency? About Lily? Oh, what's wrong? Oh, what happened? Did she get into some kind of trouble at school?
Well, she says that everything is fine, but there's definitely something wrong. It seems like she's telling everyone at school that she lives with her dad, that her mom is out of the picture, and get this, she wants me to act like I'm just a housemaid, one that lives in the house.
What? She told everyone that you're a maid?
Yeah, I can't believe it myself. I asked for an explanation, but I got nothing. She was saying stuff like we can't understand her generation's world or something. I think it's all the social media's fault. Kids nowadays are into such weird things. We weren't like this when we were kids.
Well, everyone goes through their phases. I'm sure you had a time when you were more than a little rebellious, right?
I think there's a huge difference between being rebellious and relegating your mother to a housemaid. This is crazy though, right? It's not just us being old fuddy-duddies, right?
Putting aside your use of the word fuddy-duddy, I think you're overreacting. Kids are just different nowadays. Why don't you just indulge her? It's not a huge deal.
It's a big deal to me. No, something is definitely up. I'm going to call her school and get to the bottom of this.
No, don't do that. Just calm down a second. Lily isn't in any kind of trouble or lashing out or anything. She's flexible. She can adapt.
What are you talking about all of a sudden? Something isn't right.
No, it's just that I didn't think she'd really tell her friends you were our maid. She's got some nerve, that kid. Oh well, what are you gonna do, right?
Okay, what is going on? You know something. Spit it out.
Okay, calm down already. You're always getting so emotional. I may or may not have given Lily a little advice. I may have said some things that gave her the idea of telling her friends that you are actually our maid.
John, what is going on? I have no idea what you're trying to say, but I don't like how it's sounding. What advice involves having your daughter tell her friends your wife is a maid? You better start making sense real soon.
Right, advice. She was in a jam with her friends, one you created, so I gave her an out.
I created? Oh, this better be good.
Right, remember when the three of us went to the mall the other day? And I may have slightly lost my temper with you?
I remember it differently, but yeah, of course I remember. We all went to get that fondue maker that we always wanted. Unfortunately, you overslept, so it was sold out when we got there. Despite that, you had the nerve to try pin the blame on me and started screaming at me in front of everyone at the mall.
Okay, sure, whatever. The point is, it seems Lily's friends were there and saw it all. So the next day in school, they were all like, "Oh my god, does your dad treat your mom like that all the time?" Not that it's any of their business.
What? Why didn't anyone inform me?
This isn't about you. Pay attention. So anyway, she was all worried about what to say. So I, as a joke, floated her the idea of saying that you were our maid.
You did what?
Now think about it. If her friends thought we were some kind of crazy people based off of that one little incident, what's going to happen to Lily? Her new friends will probably abandon her, or worse, start picking on her. So I told her that making you into our housemaid would make it look less bad, I guess.
You have got to be kidding me. And Lily just ran with that? She's in middle school already. She should understand how messed up that is.
Look, I think you're looking at this the wrong way. You're getting caught up in it because you don't want to be a maid. I get it. But if you are the maid, then it just looks like I, Lily's father, lost his cool on a useless servant. See? It takes care of all the problems. Actually, if I'm being honest, I think it's a pretty clever solution, if I do say so myself.
I am in awe of your gross underhandedness. You told your own daughter to lie about her mother to say she was a maid? Also, you can save face? Just so people don't know you're the kind of guy who curses his wife in public? Me, the maid. You, the single father. I have no words.
Yeah, 'cause you used them all already. Although, I gotta say, I'm a little sad seeing how easily offended you're getting. We're talking about the dignity of our family here. Do you want strangers to think your husband and daughter are a couple of psychos? Anyway, it's just while her friends are over, it's no big deal. Be a good mom and do as Lily says.
Oh, I don't think so. I am her mother, and your wife, I might add. I am part of this family, and I will have you two respect me as such.
Enough. I've heard enough. You don't get a say in this. This is your fault to begin with. I'm the one busting my butt at work to put food on the table. Your job is to clean the house, cook, and take care of Lily, so do it. You will play the part of maid. It shouldn't be too hard. Just learn to do what you're told.
Have you gone insane? Do you think I'm going to allow myself to be treated like this?
Oh, I know. I'll join in. How about I really treat you like a maid? That'd be a good laugh. Then Lily's friends won't find out. Maybe we'll just make it the norm.
You've lost it. You're nuts. I'm married to an insane person. Are you saying you're not even going to treat me like family anymore? What is wrong with you?
Now that's enough of that. I want steak for dinner tonight. Get to it, maid. You've stressed me out now, so grab some beer and those pretzels I like too. I need to relax tonight. Anyway, your master has to get back to the real work, so get on it.
Let's meet up in front of your school before graduation tomorrow. I want to get some pictures as a family. Your school's that beautiful stone sign. Let's take it there.
Huh? Why would I do that? Have you forgotten your place already? You are my maid. My friends all know you as my maid, so if we take a family photo in front of school, what's everyone going to think? They're going to think, oh, poor Lily taking a picture with her maid because she doesn't have a mom.
Are you still telling your friends I'm just your housemaid?
Yes, I am. Or what would have been the point? In any case, don't bother coming tomorrow. I'll take a pic with Dad. We don't need a maid in the background.
Okay, this has gone on long enough. Have you ever stopped to think how this makes me feel? Tomorrow is a big day for you. It's your middle school graduation. I want a picture to remember the day.
Oh, shut up, maid. We don't care about what you want. Don't go acting like my mother. You're the house cleaner, and you should just do what you're told.
I have really had enough of this already. You need to end this ridiculous fantasy and do something about your attitude. I understand you've kept the charade up so long that it's hard to back down now. I know you're scared your friends might get mad at you, but maybe you'll just all have a laugh about it. Either way, I just can't go along with this anymore. I'm your mother, and you can't treat me like this.
I don't care what you can or can't go along with. Your job is to keep your mouth shut and do what you're told. Don't tell me you can't even do that. Anyway, just make sure you don't come anywhere near my school. I swear I will lose it on you. Just sit at home and run the vacuum or something. You're good at that. Stay home. Master's orders, stupid maid.
Understood. As you command, Master.
OMG, this is too much. She's finally snapped. You finally learned how to play your part. Took you long enough. Sounds good, though.
I am not fit for such kind praise. I've spent the last 2 years being treated like a servant by my husband and daughter. The fruits of your efforts is an obedient maid.
Wow, you really went all in. This is the best. You really have to keep up that attitude. Looking forward to working with you in future, maid.
I'm afraid that will not be possible, young master.
Huh? Why? What do you mean?
I have something I must relay to you as your maid. It pains me to inform you on this auspicious day, Master Lily, that I will no longer be in your employ.
What? What are you saying? You're going to quit? Are you serious? You can't just quit.
I'm afraid it is. I will no longer be your servant.
Watch yourself. You are a living maid. You think you can just not work? What are you going to do all day? Eat our food, lay on our couch, watch our TV? You need to work if you want to stay.
I'm saying I'm leaving, you moron.
What?
What do you mean, what? You need it spelled out? I'm not going to be your servant anymore. I'm not going to work myself ragged for you two any longer. I'm going to divorce your scum father and leave the house.
Wait, hold on a sec. What's gotten into you all of a sudden? What do you mean divorce? You can't do that. Divorce as in the parents split up and the family is torn apart? Is that the divorce you're talking about?
You'll of course go live with your father. You seem to love this single father setting so much. Why not just be honest? Make it real.
Shut up, you old bat. You're a stay-at-home wife. Do you know what would happen if you got divorced? You need Dad's money to live. You can't support yourself out in the world. You think you can get by working at a supermarket or something?
Of course I understand. I'm divorcing your father and moving out despite all that. Living in this house, being treated like this by the two of you, I'm done. I can't take it anymore.
So what are you going to do? All you've ever done is work in the house. You can't get a decent job working like that. Just because I told you not to come to the graduation ceremony, you're acting crazy. Grow up a little. You know what? This conversation never happened. I'm going to forget everything you said. Be grateful and get yourself together.
Hey, Sandra. Where's my suit? Why isn't it out and prepared? I'm gonna be late for Lily's graduation at this rate. This is a big day. What are you doing?
I'm in my new house. What I'm doing is none of your business.
New house? Ugh, I don't have time for games. Where are you? Where is my suit?
I have no idea where your suit is, and I do not care. More importantly, I went ahead and prepared all the divorce papers. If you could just go ahead and sign on all the lines with the note makers, that'd be great.
Hold on, what is all this? What are you talking about all of a sudden? What do you mean, divorce?
After how you treated me these past couple years, after how you got our daughter to treat me these past couple years, you thought that I was just going to stay around?
Yeah?
You treated me like I wasn't even part of the family. No, worse, like I was your servant. When you two were around, I couldn't even catch my breath. I couldn't relax at all. You had me running around like I was Cinderella and you were my evil stepsisters. Well, I've had it. I'm sick of it. I'm putting an end to it permanently.
Geez, I mean, still isn't all of this way too sudden? What changed? You seemed like you were fine with it all this time. You weren't even complaining. Now I'm trying to get ready for Lily's graduation ceremony and you're throwing divorce papers in my face?
The reason why I stayed quiet all this time is because I, like an idiot, thought you guys were going to knock it off. I thought you'd grow out of it and things would go back to the way they were. After all, I knew that we were family. I was convinced it would end. But I was wrong. It wasn't a joke or a game. You two honestly stopped thinking of me as family. I was dumb for not seeing it sooner. No, I saw it. Maybe I just didn't want to admit it. Lily said something like she looks forward to working with me in the future, and it just broke me.
That's not something to get divorced over.
I really wanted to wait until she was 18 and out of the house, but I can't keep going on as your punching bag. Even if I stick around, she won't even let me be her mother. And you sad excuse for a man, I have lost any shred of respect I had for you.
Sandra, come on. This is crazy talk. You just need to rest. I mean, today of all days, you really want to do this? Let's just calm down. After the ceremony is over, we can all get together and have a sit down. I think we just didn't really realize how we were making you feel. Like I said, you seemed okay with all of it, so we didn't know it was hurting you so much.
It's way too late for any of that. I'm finished. You better hurry up. You don't want to be late. Go show everyone what a great single father you are.
What do you think you're doing, you psycho? How could you do that to me in front of all my classmates? What's the big idea of giving a speech? What's this lie about you being the head of the PTA? You liar! Who even are you?
What's wrong? I thought I did a pretty good job. That was the first time I talked in front of so many people. I'm pretty proud of myself, actually.
I am not asking for your impression. What are you doing? What am I going to do? You got up in front of everybody and introduced yourself as my mother? Do you know what you've done? You ruined me.
Oh, I'm so sorry, sweetie. I know there's a lot to worry about in a child's world. I wasn't being sensitive enough. But you know, we adults have problems of our own. If you're a housewife, your family treats you like a maid. Other moms that work treat you like you're lazy. On top of it, PTA responsibilities get pushed onto you.
But how come I've never heard about this? You never mentioned once you were in the PTA.
If my memory serves me, you said something about a servant not talking casually to their master. You seem pretty set on having no conversations with me. I can't tell you I'm in the PTA if I'm not allowed to talk.
What? You're really going to try blame this on me? You're the worst!
You know, despite all this, I did take your feelings into consideration. More than a little, too. I had plenty of opportunities to come out and make greetings as the PTA head, so I went out of my way to get other people to go do those things for me.
And why today, of all days, did you come out? It was the last day, the final day. If you hadn't showed up, my friends would never have found out.
Well, I really didn't intend to. However, the other PTA members were really encouraging me to go out and speak. They all really appreciated the work I did and praised me, so I guess I was just happy for once. So I did the speech.
You think this is funny? You went and ruined our family setting just for that. All my friends are going to think I'm insane. The past couple years, all the work I did to be friends, it's all gone.
Oh, don't make such a big deal over it. If you think about it, this whole live-in maid lie was never believable to begin with. Everyone knows that weird kids sitcom-style family setting you made isn't real.
No way. I had it down perfectly. I had all the details lined up perfectly. No one suspected a thing. You should have heard them. Everyone was so jealous that I had a maid.
I've come to the school plenty of times for PTA stuff, and your friends always say, "Hi, Lily's mom."
No way. That is a lie. They all bought it. No one said a thing.
They probably thought it was some weird joke or something. In any case, make sure you go and apologize to them. You should do yourself a favor and just tell them the truth. If you really care about your relationship with them, it's for the best. After all, if they stayed with you despite knowing you were lying to them, then I think those are some pretty amazing friends.
Sandra, hey, please. I'll apologize. I'll get down on my knees, anything. Oh, please, just come back. I am so sorry for everything. We need you. Let's get remarried and put this all behind us. We can be family again, the three of us. Come on.
What's all this now?
It is all falling apart. Ever since you left, our whole house is a mess. I don't know how to do housework. Lily won't even consider helping. We can't keep living like this. On top of that, Lily won't go to school. She just started her high school life and she's skipping school. She won't leave her room. She won't come out no matter what I say. I tried even dragging her there, but she just ditched after I left. This is where things really start for her. She can't get off the wrong foot from the get-go. I'm at a wit's end here. She needs her mother.
I'd like it if you don't try to use me like some convenient tool to fix your problems. This all started because of your foolishness. Still, I'm worried about Lily. I wonder what happened all of a sudden.
It seems like she had some problems with friends. I don't know the exact details, but I was able to get a little bit out of her. From what I could gather, it sounds like she's trying to keep up the whole housemate story we made up, even in high school.
What? Still? After all that happened? I'm not even in the house anymore. What is she thinking?
She was saying it's too late to back down now. I guess she's so embarrassed about lying all the time, she can't stop. If she keeps lying like it's true or something, I don't know. Anyway, we have to do something. Her friends were kind enough to laugh it off when they were in middle school, but now that they're in high school, I guess it's getting a bit creepy. I guess they were giving her the cold shoulder at school or something, and she just couldn't take it anymore.
Oh, that is a problem. Ugh, I can't believe it. I told her to treat her friends well, and she goes and does this. Unfortunately, we can't just tell her you reap what you sow and be done with it.
I know, but I'm here working full-time and doing all the housework. I don't have a second to even breathe. I can't deal with Lily's mental state on top of all of this, so I'm asking you as her mother, please, just do something.
Mother? You both made it painfully clear that I'm not her mother. Sorry, but on that day I also stopped thinking of her as my daughter. You treated me like a servant, and I quit. I have no interest in stepping in now and saving a person who treated me so horribly from problems she created herself.
How could you say that? No matter what we all said, she'll never not be your daughter.
There is a simple, clear solution to this whole problem.
There is? What is it? Tell me.
Just hire a maid. If you get a maid, then the housework problem will disappear and Lily's lie will become truth. See? 2 birds with 1 stone.
This is serious. I don't have energy to play around with you.
Who's playing? I'm being serious.
And where do you think that kind of money is going to come from? A live-in maid would cost my entire paycheck.
Yeah, I just looked at some quick estimates. You're looking at about $5,000 a month. I guess you could work nights and weekends too.
$5,000? Are you serious? Who has that kind of money?
It is for your beloved daughter. You better start looking over the classifieds. Good luck. I heard that Lily continued sealing herself off in her room and keeping up her truancy. Finally, things got so bad she ultimately had to drop out. Her loving father, in response to her life-altering decision, told her to start taking care of the house if she wasn't going to go to school. He always had a knack for flipping out on people. I almost forgot it was the cause of this whole situation. Unfortunately for him, it seems Lily takes after him more than me. Instead of doing chores, she went out of her way to destroy the house more. I heard there are even holes in the wall at this point. On top of that, it looks like the effects of John's home life are seeping into his work. Every day, he gets further and further away from any kind of promotion. He tried looking for a girlfriend, but once they found out there was a monster daughter ravaging the house, they stopped answering their phones. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.
What are you doing? How long do you plan on living off of Mom and Dad? Hurry up and go get a job. Try and look at it from a parent's view. Show some compassion. Huh? What's going on, May? You're a full-grown adult? Why are you still living with Mom and Dad like you're in high school? No job, lazing around the house all day, sponging off of your own parents. I just can't believe you. Are you not embarrassed about how you're acting? May, slow down a minute. What are you talking about all of a sudden? No job, lazing around the house all day. You're not making much sense here. What are you talking about? Mom already told me everything. She said that you quit your job, which is why for the past 6 months you've been cooped up in your room, just living like some hermit in your room. What? She said that I quit my job. That's news to me. But worst of all, even though you've been living off of Mom and Dad for 6 months, you have the disrespect to ask them for spending money? Amy, you have become so shameless that it's making me cry. You are an adult. How is it that you have no shame in causing so much trouble for Mom and Dad? May, I think you've gotten a bit confused. Just calm down and listen to me. I haven't quit my job, and I'm in no way jobless. Also, I have never asked for any spending money from Mom and Dad while I've been here. Stop lying to me. Like I said, Mom has already told me everything. She let me know exactly how lazy of a person you've been being. Mom is even saying that she's at her wit's end and living with you has become something that she dreads. She was even crying to me on the phone, just because she's become completely helpless trying to put up with you. What is going on here? You get it. This is your final warning, Amy. If If you think you're going to be able to get away with living off of Mom and Dad's good graces, you've got another thing coming. It's supposed to be your job as the older sister to help Mom and Dad, but if you've become such a leech, I have no choice but to fill your shoes. I'm not going to let you just continue doing whatever you want, just lazing around the house. May, I literally have no idea what you're going on about. I haven't done anything wrong. I think you're just getting really confused. Hurry up and find a job. Not facing the reality of what you've been doing makes you only look worse. You're pushing 30 and you're still living off of your parents? Please, for the love of God, have some shame, Amy. Mom, what do you think you're doing? You've been telling May that I'm some jobless has-been living off of you and Dad. Why did you tell her such lies? What are you talking about, Amy? I didn't tell any lies to May at all. It's true that you're jobless, isn't it? From morning to night, you're cooped up in your room. You don't go anywhere, especially not to some job that you say you have. When that is all you do every day, how do you expect me to believe that you have some job? I distinctly remember telling you that my job started doing remote work. There isn't some need for a commute as my job allows me to just work from my computer. That whole from morning to night being cooped up in my room thing, that's because I'm busy doing my job. Now you're just trying to make up excuses. You've been doing well fooling your father and me with such nonsense, even though you were actually let go when your company got downsized. I already know everything about what happened. I know all about the lies you've been telling us. What? Me getting laid off? What are you talking about? Yes, exactly. I know all about it. I know how the truth is that you haven't been actually doing this remote work, but were in fact fired from your company. I heard all about it from people around the neighborhood. How there was a large-scale restructuring of your company 6 months ago, and that there were a ton of layoffs of people throughout the company. Exactly the time that you started staying in your room all day, every day. It makes perfect sense. You were one of the people that were laid off. Wait, so that's the reason why you think that I lost my job? You think that I've been hiding out in my room for the past 6 months because I lost my job? What else could it be, Amy? Thinking about the timing as well as your behavior, there's no other explanation. These types of things aren't just coincidences. Now, Amy, hurry up and spill the truth. Tell me what you've truly been doing this whole time. All that stuff about remote work and working from your room was just a big lie, right? You were actually let go and have been jobless this whole time, haven't you? Mom, you've got everything all wrong. There was a restructure of the company a while back, and even quite a few people were laid off, but that was a completely different department. My department hasn't seen anyone quit their jobs, let alone get fired. A different department? Yeah, a different department. During that time, our department saw the restructuring as an opportunity to rethink how people actually work, which is why the timing is around the same for when remote work was introduced. Then why is it that you're stealing money from me and your father every month? It's because you've actually been without a job and have no money, right? It doesn't matter how good you are at lying and trying to get away with things. You aren't gonna fool me so easily with your lies. Could you not frame it as me stealing from you? I'm just having you return the money that I lent to you from before. What? You said you'd start to pay me back, but never actually did. Now, since I've been at home all day lately, I found out that you tend to skip work quite a bit. I also figured out that Dad seems to buy random things he doesn't need, even though he retired and is living off of his pension. Seeing all that, I decided to just suck it up and take it back little by little. I was more than content with only getting back about $300 a month until I was paid back in full. What are you talking about, Amy? What do you mean the money you lent us? You mean to say that money wasn't something you gave to help us out? Who only loans money to their family? It's family. You shouldn't expect them to give the money back. What? You don't give your family loans. You give them gifts. But you've been selfishly collecting money like you're some loan shark. That is another one of your lies to cover up your anxiety of having no money because you don't have a job, isn't it? It's also why you're getting your own mother and father involved in your money troubles, right? You're being way too rash in your way of thinking, Mom. More than that, you're getting May confused saying that I'm demanding spending money when you're just repaying the money I lent you. Could you stop acting like you're some victim here? Shut up, Amy! Stop with your lies and stop involving your own parents in your money troubles. Stop lazing around and go find a job. Why do you think that we put you through college? Just so that you could laze around the house all day making lies. Get your act together, Amy. Mom, ever since you were young, all you could do was study. You never actually went out and applied yourself to anything that mattered. I always thought that when you got that job at the company after we put you through college, that I would at least get my return from investing in your childhood. But in the end, all that happened was that you got fired and became some shut-in in our house while you leeched off your father and me. We never should have agreed to put you through college when you begged for it all those years ago. Well, I do appreciate you letting me go to college, even though you were never one to believe in higher education. But that's exactly why even when I was looking for a job, I ended up paying as much as I did for rent and other things while living at home. Like, you remember about the bonus that I got from work, right? How I ended up giving it all to you guys just to help repay the school fees you helped me with. I did all that, so why is it that you can say these horrible things to me? All of that is just things you should be doing anyway. What are you going on about? You just did what you rightfully should have done as a thankful child, but you're acting like what you did was so selfless. What? Selfless? I didn't say anything like that, did I? You just did what you were supposed to do, but now you're going on and on about paying back what you're owed. What are you going on about being a jobless has-been, even though we went through the pain and trouble to send you through college? Really, Amy, you've grown into a completely helpless person. You've disappointed your father and me. If I knew this was the person that you would have become, I should have thrown you out as soon as I could. I never should have allowed you to stay in our house, even after you found a job. Mom, you're being really mean right now. Are you ignoring the time that I got that offer to start working in New York, and you forcefully made me refuse the offer, just so that I'd stay at home? You were the one that wouldn't let me leave the house, saying that it was something unforgivable. You have some nerve telling me that you should have thrown me out right away, when it's you that's been forcing me to stay around. Shut up! You've always been a good-for-nothing bookworm. Ever since you were small, you've not done a single thing that was useful, always just studying away and staring at your books. But looking at your little sister, she always cared about her appearance. She is just the perfect daughter. Even after getting married, she goes out of her way to check up on us and see how we are. Such a caring and amazing daughter. She had even suggested taking me and your father in as guests in their home. You're right, May has always been quite nice to you guys. But that's obvious, isn't it? When we were young, unlike how you treated me, you and Dad always doted on her in every way possible. The amount of affection that you show towards your child is just the amount of affection that you'll receive later down the road. Huh! We gave you just as much affection as you deserved. Well, as much as an ugly, fat bookworm of a daughter deserves anyway. As a result, look where you are now. You're a fully grown adult. Don't act like we didn't do anything for you. I find it amazing that you're able to say all these things to your own flesh and blood. More than that, you're even saying that you gave me some semblance of affection when you were raising me. If you want more affection from me, stop being so lazy and go find a job. What else can such a lazy, good-for-nothing bookworm like you do? Also, stop asking for money from me and your father. You got that? If you don't, I'll be kicking you out onto the streets. About now, I'm guessing that you're getting quite the shock? How does it feel to come back to a completely empty house? Well, feelings or anything, I just really don't understand what's going on. Do you have some idea what's going on, May? The locks have been changed and I can't get into the house. Even my stuff is just splayed out all on the porch. We ended up selling the house. So Amy, from now on, you can no longer live off of her parents in her family home. If you don't find a job soon, you'll end up going homeless and living on the streets soon. You sold the family home. Then what about Mom and Dad? What are they gonna do? They don't have a place to live either, do they? Nothing to fear. Mom and Dad are going to be living with me from now on, which is why you're going to become homeless all by your lonesome.
What are you talking about, May?
Mom and Dad are saying that they don't want to be taking care of some jobless daughter anymore. It's actually the perfect timing. I just bought my new house. It's a nice house that was actually built for having 2 families living in it at once. It's big and has enough room for everyone.
A duplex. Why wasn't I told anything about this? I wasn't told anything, and suddenly I'm without a home to sleep in?
Of course you weren't told anything. It was purposefully kept a secret from you. This is all in order to get you to get out of the house and to stop your parasitic ways. As you may have guessed, there is no way that I'll be letting you live with us as well.
Huh?
Who wants to live with a jobless has-been like you? Go ahead and live your lonely existence by yourself. You've got some nerve being your age, but still depending so much on your parents.
Hey, May, I've got to set something straight with you. I heard quite a bit about it from Mom, but what she's been telling you has all been either wrong or misunderstandings. For one, I'm not jobless. I'm actually working full-time.
I don't want to hear any lies or excuses from some jobless trash like you. Honestly, I don't really care either way. I've actually been wanting to live with them for a while now. I was actually glad that you became a parasite. It made it that much easier to convince them to come and live with me.
Huh? Really? You've been wanting to live with them?
To be honest, it's more of a financial want to be with them. Homes around this area are actually getting more and more expensive, so they're hard to pay for. And so we were thinking of ways to afford it. But if we start to live with Mom and Dad, they'll be able to help us with the finances, making everything go smoothly. Also, with them living with us, I can have them help with all the chores and raising the child. It's the perfect situation.
For someone who was complaining that I was sponging off of them, you are more than happy to start sponging off whatever you can from them.
Even if I do start getting them to pitch in a little, they're gonna be with your prized daughter's family. They'll be much happier than they were with you. I mean, Mom and Dad have always had me as their favorite.
Sure. By the way, what are Mom and Dad saying about all of this helping around the house stuff? Were they the ones to suggest the whole helping with the bills and raising the kid?
Why would they go out of their way to say something as obvious as that?
What?
We're letting them live with us. Of course they're gonna help around the house. They've always been more than willing to give me as much money as I need. Something as small as a loan, they definitely give me with no questions asked.
Yeah, I guess they would do that. For things like your wedding ceremony and honeymoon, Mom was the one who ended up paying for most of it, huh?
Of course. They don't treat me like they treat an unfriendly bookworm like you. They actually care about me. Anyway, good luck with being homeless and all that. Everyone who was living in that house has already moved out, so you, dear jobless sister, are now going to be living all on your own. Good luck living that cardboard lifestyle.
All right. Goodbye, May.
Don't talk to me ever again, okay? Just existing as a jobless parasite is embarrassing enough. I don't want to even associate with someone as worthless as you.
Great. Thanks, May. Well then, have fun looking after our penniless parents.
Huh?
I don't want to be stuck with having to nurse or do any elderly care. So just like you wanted, I'll not be associating with you or them anymore. Make sure to take care of them well.
Wait, what are you talking about? What do you mean that Mom and Dad are penniless? There's no way that's even remotely possible. If they were able to have you as a parasite for so long, then there's no way that they don't have any money. I mean, they even funded the wedding for me and my husband.
Ah, that money. Yeah, if I told you that all that money came from me, what would you do?
You aren't making any sense. Are you talking about the ceremony and the honeymoon?
Yeah, exactly. You were generously gifted a big envelope full of money, weren't you? The truth is, all of that money was stolen from me by our mom.
Huh?
In order to make her not look so bad, I did just say that she had borrowed it from me, though. But what she actually did was force me to give her money in order to pay for your wedding. Since we paid for you to go to college, you're gonna be the one to pay for her wedding. Were the exact words, if I remember correctly.
Are you being serious?
They really are some pretty self-serving parents, aren't they? It's laughable, since when they actually only help to pay for the first year of college. I actually just got a student loan to take care of all the expenses after that. It's hilarious how much they blame me for their finances, especially when mom is always skipping work and dad is always buying things he doesn't need.
Really?
They also never believed me when I started working from home. All I did was ask for her to start paying back the money that she stole to pay for your wedding. But she ended up calling me a jobless good-for-nothing who was begging for spending money, making herself look like the victim to her youngest daughter. I'm seriously getting so fed up with how she's choosing to treat me.
Wait, so you're telling me that you're not actually jobless?
Huh? Someone who decided to cut ties with me is curious about if I have a job or not? Sorry, but I don't have to answer that. But I might as well let you know that I'm going to be pretty busy looking for a house, so let's just end it here. Make sure to take good care of mom and dad.
No, wait a second, Amy. Don't just leave it like that. Amy, please.
What?
I wanted mom and dad to move in with us because I was expecting that they'd be able to help with the expenses. But you're saying that they have nothing in their bank accounts. We won't be able to afford to live here if that's true. If they don't have any money, there's absolutely no reason for them to be living with us.
Of course there is a reason. You're saving them from their jobless, useless, good-for-nothing bookworm of a daughter. Just that is enough reason for them to come live with you, isn't it?
No, that's not a good enough reason at all.
But you already sold the house, right? Can't you just use the money that you got from the house to help your new home?
Yeah, we could probably do that. But even then, I'm not too sure about what we would do in the future. I thought they had much more money saved up. I mean, they were always so generous to me, and they were even taking care of a jobless daughter for half a year. Like, even if they didn't have much money to spare, I thought they'd at least have a good amount of savings. But you're telling me that they have next to nothing.
Wow, so you're saying that you thought they had a lot more money, but they have next to nothing. That must be pretty shocking. But as we've already cut all ties from each other, that's none of my business. Amy, I'm gonna give you a great deal to buy our old house. So go ahead and bring the money in one big lump sum and buy it. Huh? Why do I have to? I already rented an apartment. I don't have any reason to buy a house. Why don't you just leave it up to some realtor to take care of it for you? They aren't getting it to sell, which is why I'm asking you to buy it. Again, why do I have to buy it? For some reason, our house just isn't selling. We were trying to sell it cheap for $500,000, but no one is coming to buy it. What's worse, we're already trying to sell it cheap, and the realtor is asking us to lower the price even more. For that house, why in the world do you think $500,000 is cheap? For that price, you're just trying to rip off whoever it is willing to buy it. What are you saying? Seriously? The house was built over 30 years ago. Not only that, but the roof and deck are dilapidated. Who in their right mind would think it's that much? There's no way that house is gonna sell for $500,000. But the location is amazing. The only thing close is the hospital. Perfect for elderly people, right? But with the lack of students, the school that you have is about to be demolished. Not to mention, it's about a 20-minute drive from anywhere useful. Nowadays, with the location and the condition of that house, there is no one who will buy it for $500,000. But hey, you aren't jobless, but just working from home, right? If you are actually working, wouldn't it be best to just buy the house? If you don't have to worry about any type of commute, it doesn't really matter where you live, right? Like I said, I already rented an apartment. I don't need to buy a house. I'm living in a high-end apartment that I always wanted. Moving from here to the old house again? No thanks. Amy, you're living in a high-end apartment. All by yourself? Just once I wanted to live in a nice place. After I found a job, I actually did want to leave the house, but I was forced to stay. So with this, I'm finally able to realize that dream I had of living in the city. So, you really won't buy the house from us? I'll even give it to you for $200,000. So please, buy the house. It's getting bad here. Could it be because living with your amazing daughter in that large two-family home is a little expensive for you? Since you seem to know already, I'll cut to the chase. I didn't think that we'd have to be dealing with any loans or help with any of the daily bills. But suddenly she's asking for $1,000 a month for rent. We don't have that much money to spare. So please, I'm begging you, Amy, buy our house. I wouldn't want that house if you were selling it for $2, let alone $200,000. Huh? Well, it was good chatting with you. Enjoy living with your beloved daughter. I mean, it's so much better than living with your good-for-nothing bookworm of a daughter, right?
Hurry up and take Mom and Dad back. Living together with them even when they have no money, it makes no sense. You're living in some fancy high-end apartment now, aren't you? Hurry up and have Mom and Dad live with you.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. If they're really that broke, why not just have them get jobs and start earning money? Like a part-time job would be enough, right?
I wanted to, but neither of them are willing to find a job. They're claiming they don't want to get jobs in a place that they don't know. Not only that, even without a job, Mom is asking for money to look after our child. I'm being forced to pay babysitting fees to my own mother.
Why don't you show some generosity and pay them?
What? Why would a mother have her daughter pay to babysit her own grandchild? Why does she have to steal money from us?
Don't say it like that. Just show some filial piety and help them out. But I mean, really, since all of you cut ties with me, you're the only one who can show them some true compassion as a daughter.
Stop playing around with me. Stop using the whole cutting ties thing as a convenient excuse to not help your parents.
Really? Cutting ties is exactly that. Am I wrong?
Shut up, Amy. Cut ties, whatever. Just help us out with the money. If you're not going to bring our parents in, then at least help with some of the expenses.
I'm the one who should be telling you to stop playing around with me. I'm not the one who said to not associate with you ever again. But if this is how it's gonna go, I'm just gonna delete all ways of contact from you and them. I'll do what you wanted in the beginning and literally cut all ties so you don't have to come in contact with me ever again.
What? Wait, Amy? Are you telling me that you're just running away from this?
Huh. As Mom said, I can only study. I'm a good-for-nothing daughter, right? The way I see it, there's no way that I'm gonna be able to actually be any use to you or our parents. So I'll just do the right thing and properly cut all ties. Well, make sure to tell Mom and Dad for me. Goodbye, May. This is all information that I learned after the fact. However, it seems that May had told her husband that our parents would help to pay for the house expenses, which is why he actually agreed to take them in. But in reality, my parents had almost nothing to contribute. Unable to sell the house, our parents were unable to help with daily expenses, let alone have enough to give my sister a loan. When the husband finally caught on to all of this, he became extremely frustrated and lashed out at May, at which point began the big crisis of the beloved daughter being threatened with divorce. With fear of what would happen to themselves if the daughter who they are living with gets a divorce, my mother and father had then started working at a part-time job to prepare for the worst. Ultimately, the husband and his child would live in the too-large family townhouse, while the prized daughter is now living with her parents somewhere. My previous family's income is pretty much all going into repaying loans and the sort. But for now, I'm already making plans to get a lawyer, to have a lawyer visit and get them to pay me back for all the money that I lent them. I can't wait to find out what their reaction will be.
Thank you for watching until the end. Don't forget to like and subscribe.